With no goal, don't be surprised if you end up nowhere. My friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, we have a goal to become charting masters. Don't worry about how long it takes. You will pick it up. And in fact, you'll pick it up a lot quicker than you probably think if you just spend 10 to 15 minutes each and every day. Don't fret about how long it takes. You'll have great days, you'll have hard days, but you'll keep proceeding ahead. And when you master the charts, it'll make up for all the time you ever spent. Let's jump into these charts. We see stocks are up for the day, bonds, gold, Bitcoin down. Let's jump into these charts. We see the S&P 500 moving up slowly, just a little bit for the day, 0.13%. As we look at things and as things have slowed down, we are going to pretty much neutral here. We're expecting an upward move potentially at about half and half of $3.68, a backtest accuracy of about 55%. Now again, we've seen it slowing down over the last few days. It is a nice week here as we look at the Heiken Ashi candlesticks, how things have bounded up. And they did bound up beautifully starting when? On Monday, and then slowing down. So as we look at where we are right now, our prediction again is neutral. The 195-minute chart is showing some bearish correction, but the 1 and 2 day uptrend suggests a potential rebound. So a neutral stance for the time being. If you see things take off and green candles with lots of volume, and if you look here on the half day, here's the little telltale sign. See the red volume? Doesn't mean volume is negative in the morning and afternoons. Means that it opened lower than it closed on both of those candles. That's what's having us back off a little bit. So watch. If you see things flash over to green volume, means opening higher than the prior close and nice big green up candles, then of course you can ride that. If you're still in on this last move that has been going now for 3 weeks, of course, you may very well wish to stay and you could take some profit. We have rules on how to do that. That is, of course, using your average true range. And once you hit one time that, then of course, what do? We like to sell about half our position and let the other half ride on the market's money. You don't have to do that, but we found over and over again that sure works nice to minimize your losses, maximize your gains, and lock in some profit along the way. Let's move on to the NASDAQ 100. We're again 50% bullish on that, 53% backtest accuracy. See about $7.33 of movement. Now, you don't have to worry about writing these figures down. Why is that? Because our updated trade execution summary grid is always posted where? We always post it in the email we send out every day with this video and with a lot of other helpful things, and you get it there. You can go sign up for free. And as we list on the website, we never spam, we never sell that list. That is ours, and we share our 5 weekly updates with you each and every week, 1 a day that the market is open. If there's a closed market, then it's only 4 a week. So this is where we are on the stocks as we look at them. Nice week, things slowing down, so be careful. What about 20-year U.S. government bonds? Of course, we've been talking about TBF. What's TBF? TBF is the single inverse of TLT. Tango, Bravo, Foxtrot, for those of you who've been in the military. And what do we see? It's been going up as TLT has been going down. And of course, it has been doing quite well. Now back to TLT. Sometimes folks will ask me, Tom, when we're in an inverse trade, when things are going down, why are you not just switching over and reading TBF for us in something like 20-year U.S. government bonds? Because it just gets complicated. I got a lot of new people coming all the time, and they have trouble understanding, what is this guy doing? What's an inverse fund? Again, I will put at the end of today's video, inverse funds, how to make money when markets crash. For those of you not familiar with them, it'll familiarize you with them so that you can practice trade them. Remember, not a stock calling service. We're an education firm. We want you to practice with us and practice paper trading and then what we call fractional trading. I think I'm going to put the fractional trading video in there too today. Fractional trading is when you use a small dollar amount. You can see that 20-year U.S. government bonds currently go at the close of the market today, $85.32. Hey, that's not that good. Let's go back to TBF. Look at what it trades for. TBF is only $23 or so, a little more than that. Let's see, 25 bucks. So for $100, you could buy 5 shares. And guess what? You can track that along when you start thinking you're getting good and you're like, should I start using real money? I would say maybe a very, very small amount, like $100, and you can test yourself and see how well you do. Some of the brokerage firms will allow you actually to buy fractional shares on some big dollar item, like say SPY. So instead of throwing $587.59 in, you just put $100 in, a fractional share, and then you can test your abilities. Did you turn that fractional $100 into $110, making 10%, showing you're doing things? And if you get a hit and you get hammered, guess what? $20 if you lose 20%. Now you start doing that with real money, you won't be trading long. But it's a great way to start learning how to get into the market, how to set up good till canceled sell orders, how to set up entry orders, all those kind of things you really just have to learn by doing. That's a cheap and easy way to do it when you start getting the hang of things. So where are we on 20-year U.S. government bonds? 75% bearish. Yesterday we were at 70. It's gone up to 75. Hopefully you looked for a good reason to get in over the last few days that we have been calling this 78% back test accuracy there. That's good to see. So we are still short U.S. government bonds. What about gold? Yesterday we told you we're 60% down, directional probability next 5 days on gold. It's actually going up 65% with the 2.10% down movement today. Were you shorting gold with us? Did you capture that in your practice trade? I hope you did. Now, where are we? 70% back test accuracy on gold, continuing to go down. And lastly, we'll take a look at Bitcoin pulling back. Now, again, it's a nice up week for Bitcoin. We can see where things have just continued to go up, up, up. And we're getting close to that high of highs in Bitcoin. And as I've talked about before, we've seen how Bitcoin's gone up, slid sideways down a little bit, up, sideways down a little bit, up, sideways down, up. And it was down a little bit on Monday afternoon, popped up Tuesday, pulling back today, and seems to continue to just meander. Where are we right now? As far as after today, yesterday, we were 75% up on Bitcoin. It did pull back some today. And of course, would you have been jumping into Bitcoin today, even with that 75% backtest accuracy, 80% backtest accuracy, 75% directional probability? Would you have jumped in today? Of course not. Why? Because it was down in the morning and down in the afternoon. Remember, we're looking for those candles to support us in any jump in. Hopefully you've been in Bitcoin for a while as it's continued to track up. But it has slowed down, so we're down to a 55%, almost neutral, 60% backtest accuracy. So again, we see some resistance at the 29.72 level. It's at 29.23 right now. So again, watch it. If it starts to take off and it starts going green and you've got the volume, then you might consider jumping into a practice trade as it gets closer and closer to that magic top. That's where we are, my friends, as we end the day. I hope you are using these trade execution summary grids as we mean them to be used. I know these numbers changing here each and every day, and they do that based upon the volume, based upon the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, based upon the price movement. And again, they are for the next 5+ days, and they are predicated upon what's happened this day, where these candles are on all 3 of our charts. And again, the volume that we see, which is, whether the movement is undergirded by strength with a lot of volume, or it's sort of dug out and it's sitting on sand with a potential tide coming in, washing the flooring out underneath you, if there's not volume backing up either the down move or the up move. So that's how we come up with these figures, and that's why it's so important that the predicate for jumping into these trades is based upon what you see happening in the market based on price movement, up or down, and volume, high or low. If you don't know everything you need to know about this and you still have some questions, let me tell you what I'd encourage you to do. Become a Patreon member at any of the 3 levels of support. 2 things you'll get right away. The first is my newest book. That is 3 Wave Trading Advantage. What are the 3 waves? The weekly, the 2-day, and the half-day. And you learn all about Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, trend lines, volume, and how we use all of those things for jumping into and out of trades. And that's the first thing you get. The second is Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way, our 3-part series on options. All you need to know to start practice trading them, moving your way into becoming a market master. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.